For decades now, there has been one undisputed heavyweight champion when it comes to dropping North American big game. We are talking about the .308 Winchester. It is flat shooting, it hits with serious authority, and it has arguably put more meat in the freezer than any other short-action cartridge in modern history. But let's be honest with ourselves for a second here. The ballistics on the paper are only 50% of the equation. The platform you choose to send that lead downrange, that is the variable that decides if you are tagging a trophy buck or taking a long, sad walk back to the truck with an empty tag. Today, we are breaking down 7 rifles chambered in .308 that have truly earned their stripes in the field. These are not safe queens to be polished and looked at. These are tools designed to run when the pressure is on. Number 7, Browning X-Bolt 2. This is exactly where old-world artistry collides head-on with modern ballistic engineering. The Browning X-Bolt 2 Speed. Dark maple blends that classic wood-grain soul with absolute state-of-the-art tech. The furniture is stabilized AAA-grade maple. It looks like a heritage piece your grandfather would have carried, but it has modern resistance to the temperature shifts that typically warp traditional wood stocks. That timber is mated to a fluted sporter barrel, striking that perfect balance between barrel stiffness and weight reduction for long treks. The action is coated in tungsten Cerakote, offering superior corrosion resistance compared to standard bluing when you are out in the elements. Inside the trigger guard sits the Browning DLX system. It is a 3-lever design, 0 creep, 0 over travel, breaking crisp at 3.5 pounds right out of the box. On the business end, it is threaded M13 by .75 with an included radial brake. This tames the muzzle rise and gives you the option to run a suppressor to save your hearing. The bolt body is spiral fluted with a short 60-degree throw. That means you can cycle the action lightning fast without your knuckles smashing the scope during a follow-up shot. The X-Lock mounting system uses 4 screws per base, locking your optics down tighter than a bank vault, with the bolt unlock button allowing you to clear the chamber while the safety is still engaged. This is a premium system. At roughly $1,550, you are paying for the fit, the finish, and the performance the Browning nameplate guarantees. Number 6. Savage Model 110 Package Rifle. Savage took their legendary Model 110 action and updated it with the features modern hunters actually demand. This package shows up ready to fight, coming with a Vortex Crossfire 2.3 to 9x40 scope already mounted. You do not have to shop for rings or bases. It is good to go immediately. The centerpiece here is the famous Savage Accu trigger, user adjustable from 2.5 up to 6 pounds. This gives you total control over the pull weight while maintaining drop safety. A 20-inch sporter barrel with a 1-in-10 twist keeps the rig accurate, but short enough to manipulate in thick timber or brush. The action sits in a rugged synthetic stock featuring an adjustable length of pull. Using a system of spacers, you can adjust it from 12 3/4 to 13 3/4 inches. That is perfect for fitting smaller shooters, or compensating for thick winter gear when the temperature drops. You get a soft recoil pad and a detachable box magazine for quick administrative reloads, finished in matte black carbon steel with an EGW 0 MOA rail. This system is incredibly user-friendly, coming in at about $750, complete with quality glass. It represents one of the absolute best values on the market today. Number 5. Bergara B14 Woodsman. This is Spanish barrel precision, married to American hunting tradition. The Bergara B14 Woodsman looks and handles like a classic deer rifle, but it runs with the tight tolerances of a modern chassis system. You get a gorgeous walnut stock with an American straight comb profile, clean lines, and a finish that speaks to the hunter who appreciates the soul of wood. But underneath that vintage look lies the B14 action, a 2-lug system with a coned bolt nose and sliding plate extractor. It is designed for silky smooth feeding every single time you run the bolt. The trigger is Bergara's curved single-stage unit, factory set right around 3 pounds. It breaks clean, helping you squeeze every ounce of potential out of that 22-inch barrel. And speaking of barrels, this tube is honed in Bergara's Spanish facility, which is world famous for producing exceptionally accurate steel. It is drilled and tapped for the Remington 700 pattern, so mounting your glass is a breeze with endless aftermarket support. At around $700, You are getting a rifle with the soul of traditional craftsmanship, but the performance of a modern precision tool. Number 4. Remington Model 783. This rig right here is living proof that you do not need to mortgage the house to get practical accuracy. The 783 was engineered to be a blue-collar workhorse. It is affordable, it is precise, and it is built to hold zero after bouncing around the bed of a pickup truck all season. The heart of this system is a button-rifled barrel that comes free-floated from the factory. That is critical for consistent harmonics and stacking tight groups downrange. Remington pairs that steel with a high nylon synthetic stock. This adds a level of rigidity you rarely see at this price point. They bedded the action on dual steel pillars, giving you a rock-solid interface between the receiver and the chassis. You also get the crossfire trigger system, which is user-adjustable, allowing you to tune that break weight exactly to your preference. It feeds from a detachable steel box magazine holding 4 rounds, and with a 20-inch barrel. The profile stays compact enough to swing inside a tight blind. Remington ships this package with a 3 to 9x40 scope already mounted and bore-sighted. That means less time tinkering at the bench, and more time prepping for opening day, with a recessed target crown protecting your rifling, and a supercell recoil pad soaking up the kick. This matte black platform is all business. For around $400, it delivers accuracy, ruggedness, and reliability that respects your bank account. Number 3. Mossberg Patriot Carbon. This rifle was engineered around a compact hunting philosophy. Every inch of this system is designed for maneuverability. The Patriot Carbon runs an 18-inch medium bull barrel with factory threading. That short profile makes it lightning fast to handle in the brush, or inside a ground blind. It is also perfectly set up for running a suppressor without making the gun too long. Mossberg includes their patented LBA trigger system, adjustable from 2 to 7 pounds. You can dial it down for precision work, or keep it heavier for safety with gloved hands. The bolt is spiral fluted with an oversized tactical handle, engineered to cycle positive even when the adrenaline is dumping. Capacity is 5+1 via a Dropbox magazine, if you need a follow-up shot on a hog. This design keeps you in the fight. The 5/8x24 threads make it compatible with the most popular brakes and cans on the market, with a Picatinny rail up top for your optics, and a weight of just 6.4 pounds. It balances extremely well for long hikes. At $520, the Patriot Carbon brings a serious feature set to the table for the modern hunter. Number 2. Tikka T3X Lite. Now we are stepping into the world of Scandinavian precision. The Tikka T3X Lite has a reputation for delivering sub-MOA accuracy straight out of the box. No tedious break-in period. No gunsmithing required. This rifle is purpose-built for harsh environments. All major metal components are stainless steel to fight off rust. The synthetic stock is modular and stays stable whether you are in the freezing Arctic or the blistering high desert. The barrel measures 22.4 inches with a 1 in 10 twist. The overall length is just over 42 inches, keeping the rifle balanced and lively in the hands. The single-stage trigger is consistent and mechanically simple. No overcomplicated adjustments to fail when you are 10 miles from civilization, weighing in at 6.4 pounds. This rig is light enough to carry up a mountain all day without fatigue. The action is famously smooth, like glass on glass, and the grip panels can be swapped to fit different hand sizes. For about $1,500, you are buying a tool that simply works. No fuss. Just the kind of accuracy that has made Tikka respected globally. Number 1. Winchester Model 70 Featherweight Stainless. Sitting at the top of the heap is a bona fide American legend. This is the rifle that defined the sport. The Model 70 Featherweight Stainless takes the iconic pre-64 controlled round feed action and updates it with modern stainless construction. This is the best of old-world heritage fused with modern reliability. The trigger is Winchester's MOA system. Zero take-up, zero creep. It breaks like a glass rod. The jeweled bolt body and knurled handle display a level of craftsmanship you rarely see anymore. But the real star is that massive claw extractor. It grabs the casing and does not let go until you say so. We are talking controlled feeding and controlled ejection, no matter what angle you hold the rifle. The stock is grade 1 walnut with a schnabel forend. It looks exactly like a proper rifle should. The barrel is 22 inches, free-floated, and crowned for accuracy. Built to shrug off the nastiest weather while maintaining those classic lines. At $1,250, you are buying into a legacy that continues to set the gold standard for American big game hunting. That wraps up our countdown of the top 7 most trusted .308 hunting rifles for 2025. Which one of these platforms would you take into the woods? Let us know down in the comments section below. And as always, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and keep checking back for more deep dive reviews on rifles, gear, and hunting setups. Train hard and stay safe.